Stud you are.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the CNT podcast. My name is Tommy Terrio. I'm here with
Justin, your mark.
There we go. Love the enthusiasm today.
Yeah,
Feeling good today?
Feeling good. Had an easy day at school. You guys seen? I'm recording a day in the life right today for the TikTok. Make sure to tune into that. So, you can actually see we had like 20-minute periods. We didn't do anything. You don't see that on the day in the life though. But
Oh, it was a
very
half day
easy,
today.
very easy day.
It was a half day today.
No, it was not. We had like a celebration assembly thing at the end of it. Very easy day. So I'm feeling good. I'm energized, not super tired.
There we go. Yeah. I don't know. I was tired, for the rest of the day, but I, got myself a sandwich, I was like,
sandwich.
All right, we're
what
getting
kind of
ready for the
sandwich
episode.
was
It was ham and turkey, just some it was
hot take a lot. Hot take a lot. Ham is not a top 5 lunch meat for your sandwich.
Bro, I am not buying that. It is top 1. It is top 1 lunch meat.
Turkey, salami, roast beef, steak, like the steak sandwiches you can get at places. And then maybe I would consider that 5. Maybe. But off the top of my head, I can't think of something else. But
that is bogus. That is slander, and we do not accept ham slander around here.
Ham slander is a must.
Tier.
If you look in the fine print of your contract, it says you have to admit ham is not top 3.
No, I don't think that's in there. I do not think that's in there.
It is. I know it is.
So there's a tier system, right? There's a tier system, right?
It's
ham and turkey are up here. Ham and turkey are up here. Everything else is below that.
No, ham. I'll give him 5. I'll give him 5 at best.
That's give at least 3. I mean, come on.
No. Top 3. My top 3. I'll give it 4. I'll give it over steak because I prefer my steak not on a sandwich. I'll give it 4. It goes turkey number 1. Like turkey is it's the goat lunch meat. Number 2, give me roast beef. Number 3, give me that salami. Grand salami. Top 3, better than ham, easily.
It's sad how wrong you are. It really is.
It's sad how wrong you are.
No, because you can actually enjoy, ham on like a grilled cheese or a quesadilla or something when it's actually, warm. The rest of them are just rubbery when you have it, on a quesadilla or something.
Well, when did we become a sandwich podcast? See, in the offseason, if there's ever another lockout, CNT. Food
sandwich episode.
Food tier list. That could be something to look into.
We're gonna be reaching for content at that point. It's gonna be bad.
If there's another lockout, it will be bad. Dude card of the week. Take us off the sandwiches. Ham, not top 3. Part of here first.
This guy was in my last week in review that you guys are going to see. That you guys will be able to see. This it goes out the day that we're recording this, so you'll be able to see it. So this will go out on Monday, so you guys will be able to see this.
Dude, the weekly reviews make Friday so much worthwhile being there and alive and waking. Like, I don't know about you, Tommy, but the weekly review keeps me going on Friday.
I love this card. I got this actually for with the Brendan Rodgers, Justin.
Mm-hmm.
Rodgers, or with the Nick Madrigal rookie.
But I believe I made a Justin guarantee that I would trade for the Madrigal short print before the end of the week. I traded for it the day we recorded that episode. Justin, your mark guaranteed.
But yeah, if you've had your head in the sand or, you haven't, paused the episode and gone and read the week in review, Brendan Rodgers had 3 home runs. It's Wednesday against the Marlins, one of which was a walk-off bomb in the bottom of the 10th. So,
dude, not to be nitpicky, but in this week in the review, you have to talk about Wilson Contreras and Christopher Morel's moment before Morel walked it off. That's gonna
be one of my quick hitters.
So it's in the week in review.
Yeah. So how this works, apparently Justin isn't reading either, but who knows?
I do read them.
So
I do read them. That was very
I have
uncalled for.
I have 3 to 4 quick hitters. They're not ones that I just talk about, but they're moments that y'all should look into and do your own research into. And then I have 4 moments that I explicitly write about and talk about.
Yeah, I'm saying this should be one of the moments you write about. Like, it's such a wholesome moment.
No, it's not. I didn't write about it, but it is. What am I supposed to? I mean, there's not much to say on point. I mean,
extend Wilson, Chicago. Don't let him go.
They let everybody else go, so you can, calm
Whoa,
down.
that was uncalled for, and you know it.
Am I wrong?
Yes.
Am I really though?
Yes.
I don't think I am. Okay. Whatever. Justin has something he wanted to get to before we finally get to our episode topic, talking about.
As you have seen.
Oh.
Sorry, I took over. Go.
Talking about underrated, overrated MLB prospects. So Justin,
MILB.
Yeah, I said MLB prospects.
MLB. Oh, it's MLB. Oh, it's been a long day. A long, easy day.
It's not. It's also not MLIB. It's MILB, Justin.
Shut up. I know that. I know that. I made a simple mistake.
Get your acronyms right, my friend. Get your acronyms right.
Dude, you better get your acronyms sorted out and realize I made a miscommunication and that I know the acronym. I just misspoke for the one time. Okay.
All right.
Are we gonna do an also look at my thing. Look at my notes. I have it right.
So proud of you.
I just misspoke, fellas and lady fellas. God, I fumbled the bag on that one.
And non-binary fellas.
And non-binary. God, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, everyone. Apparently I am tired, and I didn't realize.
Homeboy struggling.
Yeah. We're gonna do an MILB under an overrated prospects list without talking about our very own CNT interviewee, Travis Kuhn. Dude is a beast. In 17 games this year, he has a 1.96 ERA, 25 strikeouts, 9.78 Ks through 9, and an opponent's batting average of 156. Are you kidding me? He's going to be called up to AAA in no time, and when the Mariners make the playoffs, all I'm going to say is we might see a little Travis Kuhn action in the pen.
That'd be something special.
Well, if he goes to the Mariners, if he goes to AAA's close enough, we're going and seeing him. If he gets to the majors, we're going and seeing him every day.
Not every day. It's a little ambitious, but
it's ambitious enough. He would only be the third CNT interviewee to play in the majors. Ian Miller played in the majors before I interviewed him, and Blake Taylor currently plays in the majors for the Astros after our interview. That was one of the early ones.
Yeah, both were
secret. Yeah. Ian Miller was a little bit close. So the Blake Taylor one, it's a white background because the way I was recording it, it was such low quality. I was on the phone with him, and then I had another phone sitting down on the bathroom floor so no one would interrupt me. Just on the floor recording while we were on the phone. I know, crazy.
Let me see if I gotta see if I can find this.
No, you don't need to find this. Get into the list. Find it later when I'm talking. Get into the list.
Yeah, the Ian Miller one was over 2 years ago, Justin.
Whoa.
That's wild. It was 2 years ago.
Time moves fast when you're having fun, am I right?
Certainly. All right, you get to pick, Justin. Where am I starting? Starting overrated or am I starting underrated? Where am I going?
You start overrated, I start underrated.
All right. We're getting spicy first pick. Are you ready for this?
Spicy. So this is overrated, right?
This is overrated. You ready for this? I don't think a single person is going to be happy with me. Not a darn person. It's family friendly podcast. Grayson Rodriguez.
Oh, okay. Number one, I'm pretty sure a guest has touched on this podcast before. We have never, but I'm pretty sure.
I don't think so.
I know for a fact someone did.
Really?
You might not have been on the podcast yet, but I know for a fact because I remember it when he said it. I'm not going to say who, but when he said it, I was thinking, oh my God, why would he say that? Like, I lost my mind. 2, Grayson Rodriguez is CNT's top pitching prospect.
Yeah, I don't know. He's
Given
he's
I'm the
good.
one who scouted him, but
He's top 5. He's a top 5 prospect, both in what I mean. This like some of these are just going to be like minor shifts that I don't like, and I think they should. I think they're a little bit, over under whatever. There's some that are going to be more massive shifts, but one of them is Grayson Rodriguez. I think he still belongs in the top 10, but I don't know. 5-1, 2.09 ERA. Like he has a lot of good numbers. I don't personally. I don't know. He's injured. I don't know. We'll see. I don't think he's.
well, that's
I don't
a
value
bad
pitchers as much as
take.
hitters. I don't value pitchers as much as
And
hitters.
that's fair, but that's about I'm the one who scouted him for a top 50. And in my scouting report, the first thing I wrote has the best slider I have ever seen. Or it might have been cutter. We did the prospects a while ago. Like his off-speed pitch is like one of the best I've seen. He's number 6 on our list.
Yeah.
Number 6.
I think
And
there's other guys that are
think
just
that is a
going
fair
absolutely.
spot. Do you think there's a better pitching prospect? Would you rank a pitcher ahead of him or no?
No, I don't think so.
Okay,
I just don't
then
think
I
I don't
hate
think he
it.
belongs up there, and I don't think he's number 3. I think 6 was a much more appropriate rate.
So he's overrated on MLB's network.
Yes,
but
I don't
you
think I don't think 3 makes sense.
But you think our ranking of him is proper? Oh
Yeah.
wait, but some of the guys ahead of him, Bobby Witt, Tark, Adley, and Julio, aren't on have graduated.
Adley is. Uh-oh. One of us having internet issues. Oh no. Well, welcome back to the CNT podcast, if you will. We're having some internet issues. Things are going down, but
What
we're gonna rebound. We're gonna keep going.
Wouldn't it be a CNT episode if something went wrong?
Yeah. So as I was saying, Adley is part of the top 100.
Yeah, but
Still.
like I remember making a CNT promise that once our list dropped, you would only use that list. And by
I
that
vaguely
means,
remember that as well.
By that means,
I also needed more
prospect.
people to choose from. I need more people to choose from, and
Yeah,
I like the 6. I like the 6 number better than the 3 number for Rodriguez personally.
Something we gotta do a new top 50 list.
Oh
I think that's something that should go out sometime during the summer, so it's easier for us to produce it.
Oh no. We'll see.
What do you say? Let's say we drop a new list sometime in July.
We'll
July.
See. I don't know. I remember just.
But here's the thing.
You guys can all go back. Go back, watch some episodes from, the 3-year and the stuff from that time period. February, January, February. That was Justin just incessantly complaining about the top 50 list. So, if you guys want to go back and send all the DM him with all those videos, you have my full permission to do so.
Yeah, but also we can't leave that on the website for more than another 5 months. It's gonna have to be updated at some point. So why not keep the tradition going? Plus, we have other people on the podcast now. It's not just us two. So if you didn't want to do it, I can do it, or we can get other people to help
at the very least.
Yeah, you can take a lesser part. Okay, Pete Grow Armstrong. We robbed the Mets. Ava, I hope you're listening. The Mets got robbed. We robbed them.
Yeah.
Pete Grow Armstrong.
Well done, Justin. Well done.
Pete Grow Armstrong having such a phenomenal
Rare
year.
Cubs W.
Common.
Rare Cubs trade W.
Tommy, why are you mean to me?
I'm not mean. I'm just stating the fact. Most of the trades haven't gone well.
Pete Grow Armstrong, 351 batting average, 534 slugging, 980 OPS, 15 stolen bases, 28 RBIs, and 7 home runs. Sign me up. I want him in the mid leagues as soon as possible.
I have some good news for you, Justin.
What?
He's one of
Ooh,
my
cups are bad.
he's one of my underrated players as well.
We'll get your take on him later because you're doing
Are we
overrated
doing?
right
Am I
now.
doing all overrated?
Yeah, you're doing overrated. I do underrated over, and so it
Okay.
stays in order. We just
Okay,
got a little
works.
sneak peek at one of your underrated.
That
Maybe
works.
make him your first.
I thought we were gonna do the back and forth. That's okay.
Yeah, no. Just make sure that make sure he's not the last one, so we don't end on a repeat.
Yeah, makes sense. One is Orelvis Martinez.
Oh, overrated?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why?
He just doesn't have as good of a stats as you would expect for. I mean, he's ranked 31, but there's other hitters and pitchers that I just like better.
Like who?
What one of them is one of my underrated guys. Another one, not you. Yeah, there we go. Luis Campusano is better at 38.
Luis Campusano sucks. He's one of my overrated.
Bryson Stott is better.
I love Stott.
There's just multiple guys that I think are even just right behind him that are just better.
I don't disagree with you. I'm not arguing. I just want more input. You have any more? Or should I get onto my underrated fella?
I suppose I should give some stats as well for you guys. 226 average, 294 on base, 542 slugging, 836 OPS.
836 OPS makes. I'm a big OPS guy.
His
I'm a
OPS has
big
steadily
OPS
gone
guy.
down in his career too.
Okay, see, lead with that because now I'm back on ball. I'm right back.
He was started at 901, but it just gone progressively down from there.
Yeah, it's not really what you want.
Certainly.
You want it to steadily go up. I saw a stat today. Babe Ruth's career OPS was 1.164, something like that. Like it's over 1.1.
That's
which
wild.
is absurd. That's his entire career. His best season, I think he had like a 1.4 OPS, and that just blows my mind. Because like I've never like looked deeply at Babe Ruth's stats besides home runs, and so I looked into it like, oh my god, his OPS is absurd. I get it, like he slugs, he hits a lot of home runs, but like to have a career OPS over 1,000 and for it to also be over 1,100, that is insane.
Yeah. OPS of 1.164, OPS plus of 206.
Wait, it is 1.164?
Yeah.
It was a couple days ago. I did not think I'd have the number exactly correct.
That's him.
Dare I say I am that guy? Dare I say it, Tommy?
Random statistic for you. He had 123 stolen bases.
I love him. Best player ever. He stole bases. I'm a big stolen bases guy.
I noticed. He leads all so he has the all-time career record in both slugging, OPS, and OPS plus.
Yeah, I might be willing to say he's the greatest player of all time just based on his OPS alone.
There's a lot of stats that he's just simply better than everybody else at.
Yeah. Asa Lacy, his OPS, he doesn't have one. AC Lacy holds opponents to a 213 average, a 1.51 whip, and has 92 Ks. I don't remember where he is in MLB Network's top 100, but I know for CNT's top 50, I think he's in the 30 to 40 range. I'm checking that now. I thought it'd be faster and I would know right away, so that's on me. AC Lacy is ranked 43rd on all lists and is bound to move up in July when a new one goes out. And Tommy, if you don't want to be as big of a part of it, I'll take on that responsibility. And you can just be
67 it's 67 in the other one as well.
Yeah. I think it's bound to move up in both lists. When the new list comes out for MLB and when our new list comes out, he's bound to go up more. In fact, I think he can jump up into like around 40, 35 range. Because a lot of the guys ahead of him have graduated. So
yeah.
I don't know if that many new people have gotten more better than he is. So I think he'll make a pretty solid jump.
My next overrate's an interesting one because it's really hard to do. I mean, it's really hard to do like low numbered players for overrated. Well, I mean higher number players, but lower ranked players. But I got to do this one, and one of them is Blake Walston. He's number 91 with the Amarillo Sod Poodles, which is an awesome name, off the bat.
The Sod Poodles.
And he's 20 years old, but through 9 games, he's 1-2, 6.44 ERA, 1.73 WHIP. Opponents are hitting 304 off of him. He's just not. I don't know. It just doesn't seem like it's it. He doesn't. I not feel sold on him being a top 100 guy.
That's all. Like he's like it's very close, correct? And you said he was 91.
He's 91.
91. Okay, so it could go either way. Definitely not in our top 50, and I don't think he will probably ever grace the top 50, but that's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, I mean, he's made it farther with baseball than either of us had, so
Ever will as well. I mean,
yeah, true.
Unless you count broadcasting. Confidence is key.
There you go.
MLB Network. We would love
friend.
MLB Network. We would love to be an official podcast of you guys.
Hey.
Shoot or shoot. Am I right? Like,
yeah.
The worst they can do is say no.
Exactly. Might as well try.
MLB Network. We'd love to be a podcast for you guys. NBA Network. We'll switch to basketball. NFL Network. We'll switch to football.
Justin, who's your next player?
Whatever it takes. Colton Tazol. He was just drafted. I'm a big fan of this guy. I got him in my MLB The Show franchise. Waiting to call him up later in the year. I just started, so I'm not having him jump up to me right away in the franchise. 298 batting average.
What organization is he in right now?
Oh, he is in an organization that I am so excited for their future. Future teammates. Adley Rutschman was just called up for them. Think about a team that will consist of Grayson Rodriguez. I know you don't like him and you think he's a bit overrated, but he's still good. Adley Rutschman, Cedric Mullins, and Colton Tazol. Ooh, sign me up. I cannot wait to see a team with that. And they'll have the Ryan Mountcastle there as well.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not
might
sold.
Sign a big star. Like I'm not saying this team's going to be great. I'm saying it's going to be a fun team to watch.
Yeah, certainly. I'm just not. I'm looking at Kowser's stats. I'm not sold.
On Kowser? What?
Yeah. I don't know. You look at his stats from this. Well, look at his stats from this year, Justin. Just look at his stats from this year.
Can you let me finish my stats on him?
Yeah, but then I'm actually going to complain.
And then I'm fine about that, and I will rebut you. But 298 this is his career stats. 298 batting average, 857 OPS, 20 stolen bases, 47 RBIs, and 4 home runs. I know what you're going to say. He's not like superstar potential. I'm not saying he's going to be a superstar. I'm saying he'll be a star who will get on base, steal bases, and then have Adley drive him in a lot. He hits for a high average and then steals bases. So you just need someone to drive him in.
The base stealing is a true thing. The other bits aren't really. He only played 32 games, which really busted his average up. If you look at his 2022 stats, he's only hitting 237. He has a 759 OPS through 43 games, which is more than what he played last year. He has 13 ribbies, 2 home runs, which is, he's getting better in that department. He has almost double the stolen bases from last time. He struck out a lot. He's struck out 36 times more in only 11 more games.
What I'm saying is he's not perfect, but like he's playing solid. That's my whole point.
Yeah. I don't know if he's in.
Have you ever heard of him before this?
I had seen his name brought up, but not often.
Exactly. He's not being talked about. Looking at his stats, do you think he should be talked about a little bit?
I think his name deserves to be mentioned.
Exactly.
I don't know if
His name's not being mentioned, and you agree that it should be mentioned a decent amount, which shows he is underrated. I'm not saying he's perfect. I'm not saying he's the next Adley Rutschman or the next Joey Gallo.
Yeah.
Not Joey Gallo. Joey Gallo sucks. The next Aaron Judge, but he is a future star.
Yeah.
Whether that's a superstar or just a star, yet to be determined.
I think he's properly rated. That's why I don't buy. I think 59 is a very happy spot for him to be in the top 100.
59. I think he should be closer to like 49, 50. I think that's where he'll be on our list. Like, again, I'm just throwing numbers out. I haven't done scouting reports. Like, I'm just throwing numbers out as of now. I think he'll round out the list around there about. It's my best guess. Overrated.
Yeah.
Go.
I just want to make. I'm just pulling up numbers just to make sure I'm right. One sec.
Dance break.
I'm scared to see what your dance break is entailing.
I learned this from Jackson Swim.
Shout out Jackson Swim.
That was a fun interview.
I enjoyed it.
Well, the fact that when he said that he was ready to walk away from baseball, I thought that was insane. That was cool because I'm not, and I never even played in college or in high school.
So you're a big OPS guy, right, Justin?
I love the OPS.
So our next guy has an OPS. So he's in the top 10, but there's multiple players that are below him in the top 10. In fact, there's 4 that have a higher OPS and 2 that have a higher batting average. Okay.
What's this player's OPS? I just want to hear the OPS before anything.
871.
Okay, that's not horrible. That's actually pretty solid, but 4 more people having a higher one lower than him might be a little sus.
Oh wait, I did my math wrong. Give me a sec. Let me do my math right.
Okay.
Let me actually
Another
put some
dance
effort into
break.
this. Okay, yeah, I did my math wrong. Give me a minute. I'll find somebody. I'll do my other guy. The other guy that I have is Brett Beatty.
We both went off after the Mets this episode.
Number 23 in the Mets system, or number 23 in the MLB top 100. I don't know where he is in. Let me find out. Is he in ours?
I
know
don't
if he is.
think he made it in ours because you weren't high on him, and I think you
No,
did
I
the
wasn't.
scouting report, and I didn't love him either, which is why I didn't mind you doing the scouting report on him. So I think neither of us really loved him, and so he did not make our list.
Yeah, let me check just to make sure. I'm going. Yep, he's not in it.
He is not in the top 50.
He's hitting 250, 349 OBP, 409 slugging, 758 OPS. It's nothing convincing. He has 48 strikeouts already.
Yeah.
Only has 10 ribbies, 3 home runs, 18 walks. I don't know. There's nothing that really, gets me going about Beatty. He's third baseman, outfield he's not the fastest guy in the world, so he's probably going to have to be a third base, but he's already 22. And, I don't know. I just don't really feel, like he's meant for it. He's bats left, throws right. So it's nothing, nothing crazy there. He's 6'3", 210. So, he has the frame, he has the physical features, but it's just, he isn't doing what he could be.
Not doing enough. And that's a fact.
Certainly.
Okay, let's get rolling with it. Number 4, David John Hawes. He is the truth. I'm so biased. I've written blog pieces about him. I've hyped him up so many times. We interviewed him. This year, he's 1-0 with a 1.45 ERA, 53 strikeouts, and a 0.86 whip. And he's coming off a start where he had 14 Ks, a career high, with a 0 ERA in that game, I believe. Are you kidding me? Dude is going off. That is all.
Yeah, I don't know.
Next.
I wish I could have seen the game, but unfortunately I didn't. So
Yeah, I saw highlights. I didn't watch the actual game, but I saw highlights, and whew, his stuff is nasty.
yeah, he was dealing out there. That's for sure.
Yeah. Who's your next overrated?
All right, I had to switch it up since I did my math wrong, which got to be more professional in this program. But
The math whiz getting his math wrong. Whew. Shocking.
Going to number 18 on the MLB top 100 list. I got to go back through and see if we got. I don't think he was on ours, but I don't remember.
Who is it? I can look.
He is number 38, Nick Gonzalez.
I like Nick.
You shouldn't. Let me tell you why. He's hitting 247, 366 on base, 377 slugging for a 743 OPS. He has 61 strikeouts in 43 games. He has 25 walks, 15 ribbies, and 4 home runs. He's a second baseman that is good at hitting, but he has about average power. He's not the fastest guy in the world. He doesn't have the best arm. He doesn't have great fielding. He can hit. Hit for good contact, but other than that, he's not doing much. And even his supposed best quality is kind of betraying. He's only hitting 247.
I still like him, but that doesn't mean he's great.
So yeah, that's what there you go, Nick Gonzalez.
My last underrated, Ty Madden. His name's being dragged through the mud. He's 2-4 with a 4.46 ERA, and his opponents are hitting 245 of him, and he has 41 Ks. I'm not saying these are the best stats, but his name's being dragged through the mud. Like, he's still a solid player, and I'm not saying he's good. Like, his stats, like, he's kind of been decent at best, but he's being prosecuted like he has an ERA of 6 and more. So it's just I think he's being a little undervalued and underappreciated and underrated a little. So
works for me.
Do you have another overrated, or now are we doing back-to-back under?
We're going back-to-back unders now.
Back-to-back under. You love to see it.
I'll go start with P. Crow Armstrong just because I already brought up the name.
PCA.
There's not much I can say that Justin didn't already say. He's been playing out of his mind. 341 average, 966 OPS this season, 7 home runs. He's only played 40 games, and he has less strikeouts than he has games played, which is incredible.
You love to see it.
22 walks, 28 ribbies, 7 home runs, 3 triples. I mean, come on, all sorts of numbers that pop off the page.
Yeah. So overrated. This is someone I used to praise, but I just no longer can. Another pitcher for the Orioles, DL Hall. At least I think he's with the Orioles.
Yeah,
he has spent 6 years in the minors. His ERA is 3.10, but it used to be 6.97 not that long ago. 322 Ks through those 6 years, and only 2 seasons where he had more than 100 strikeouts, given he has played more than 70 games in all 6 seasons, I believe. He doesn't strike batters out a whole ton, and he spent a long time in the minors without really proving that he deserves a shot in the majors.
I can't believe 6 years, you said?
Yeah.
Yikes.
I believe he is also in the top 100, and if he's not, he's in the top 10 of the Orioles, I think.
Yeah, DL Hall, let's see. He's 82.
Yeah, I just don't think that he should.
They're saying his ETA is this year, but it's just he's already 0-2, 4.07. He hasn't had an ERA. He had an ERA below 3 once, and that was when he went 2-7. So I mean, that's unfortunate. Obviously, win-loss is a team record and all that, but his best season was 5 years ago now, 4 or 5 years ago. So
who's your next one?
All right. We had talked about this a little bit, I think, before the podcast about how hard it is to underrate a guy who's in the top 10.
Yeah.
But I think there is one guy who is. And this is a
Who?
guy that I fell in love with during the scouting process.
He's in love. Tommy is in love. Stop planning the wedding. I'm so funny.
You're a comedian, Justin. You really are.
I am. Podcast
And
host
that
and a
guy,
comedian. I mean, get in line. Hit me up. You know what I mean?
I hear you, my friend. I hear you. And that is number 7 in the MLB top 100 and number. Please tell me is pretty high. Number
Oh,
11. I'll take it. I would like it to be higher, obviously.
it
Francisco
will be
Alvarez.
higher. Dude, I'll be honest. You scouted him for the report when we did it, I believe. I
Yeah.
looked into him. I liked him. I didn't love him, but I have fallen in love with him in the past 2 months.
He is a special
He
human
will
being.
be, if we do update the list with the people who graduated with and how much more I like him, he will be top 5 in our new list. I can
Has to
almost
be.
guarantee it. I can guarantee he will be top 5. He is something else.
840 OPS, 276 batting average, 8 home runs, 24 ribbies, 18 walks, 48 strikeouts. I mean, all around performing well. He's at AA right now. I imagine he'll be called up relatively soon to either AAA or the majors. He's a catcher, so it does propose some challenges in that regard, but it is.
Well, the Mets don't really have a good catcher. James
Who is there?
McCann. Right. He's with the Mets, right?
Yeah, he's in the Mets with the Mets. Yeah, they're James McCann's on the 10-day IL, and their current catcher is Tomas Nido. You're not winning many games with Tomas Nido as your.
That's not like the Mets all winning games. You're not winning a championship with Tomas Nido as your catcher, though. I can promise you that.
He is not gonna be the game manager that's gonna win you anything.
Francisco Alvarez can be. I love that pick.
Hopefully. By the way, Paul Goldschmidt, by the way, is up to 25.
I don't want to talk about that, man. I hate him.
His streak's of 25. That's
insane. Like Paul Goldschmidt. Number 2 for me, overrated. Mick Abel, 4.23 ERA, 4-6 record, 109 Ks. Like he's being treated like his ERA is under 3. In reality, it's over 4. He has a losing record, and the strikeout numbers just aren't there. Like I'm keeping this one short and sweet because I really don't think there's much to talk about.
Oh, did you see the report about Brennan, by the way?
Dude, that made me so sad.
What's going on?
Tell the people.
So announced today on MLB.com as of less than 2 hours ago, Brennan Davis is gonna have back surgery.
He had it yesterday or today.
Yeah, has back surgery.
He had it. The surgery has been completed. Oh no! Oh wait, another guy I gotta talk about. Sorry. No, finish talking about Brennan, and then I'll do
it. He unfortunately hadn't been, the best in the world in AAA, but he was still quite good. So I mean, he was still.
Careful what you say about him.
Well, yeah. But prayers go out. There's no timetable yet, so we'll see if he can come back, or we're gonna have to wait until spring training. Either way, speedy recovery. Get well soon, my guy, and we'll see you. We'll see you on the other side of this injury.
Another guy like Travis I want to talk about is Cole Reuterer. He just got called up to AA, which is the highest he's ever been, and he's only been back from Tommy John about a month or 2, playing, and he got called up, which is very impressive.
Good for him.
And so I just want to do shout outs to him because I didn't want to put so many Cubs and CNT interviewees in my list.
Yeah.
I meant to do a shout out with him and Travis, but both of them have been killing it. And
yep, certainly.
It puts a smile on our faces.
Yep. This is the other one. This is my. This one is
smile on the face. We got it.
He has to be, top 20 when the next list comes out. He is playing out of his mind right now.
Who is it?
You ready for the stat line? I'm not going to tell you what it is yet, but 326 batting average, 398 on base, 592 slugging for a 990 OPS, He has 19 home runs, 61 ribbies. Oh wait, no, this is 2021. Wait a minute.
Brother
Where'd you go?
stolen bases. He has 990 OPS. If he has more than 15 stolen bases, I might be in love.
No, he only had 2 stolen bases last year. He's a third baseman, so
Okay, I still like him. I mean, 990 OPS. That still gets me going.
unfortunately, he's out for 6 months with a shoulder surgery. He tore his labrum in his left shoulder.
Who
So
is it? I think I know
Josh
who it
Jung.
is. Josh Jung, yeah. That is a shame. He is 33 on Oz, and if he's out 3 months, he probably won't go up. He
I
might
don't know.
fall
He was
down.
absolutely ballistic last year. So
Yeah. If he's out that long, he might be left off the list. If he was continuing to do that, he'd probably get all the way into the top 15. But if he's out 6 months, he
I
might
don't know. It's
just be
just
left off the
disappointing because
list.
he has a career average of 322 and then a 932 career OPS, and it's just kid's playing out of his mind. He has less strikeouts than he does appearances. He has games played. He
Mhm.
has 21 home runs. He's great player, but unfortunate.
The next guy, I hate this guy. This guy has 40 strikeouts, and his career ERA is 5.49. Guess what his 2022 ERA is?
What is it?
Take a wild guess.
Wait, what were the rest of his stats that you had given out already?
His whole career, he has 40 strikeouts and an ERA of 5.49. What do you think his ERA in 2022 is?
Like 7 or 8.
Go a little higher.
9,
A little higher.
10,
A little bit higher.
11,
Add 2 more to that.
13.
And then add 10.63 for an ERA of 23.63 in 2022. Kyle Muller.
Where does he? Where? How do you spell his name?
Muller. KYLEMULLER. 23.63 ERA.
Wow, that is a yikes if I've ever seen one.
Overrated. Bad in general. No offense to Kyle Muller, but you gotta get that ERA down by at least 20.
By at least, yeah. I mean, that's wild.
Yeah. So who's your next?
19-year-old, actually, 19-year-old left-handed pitcher. Unfortunately, doesn't have an ETA until 2024, which is kind of sad, but is what it is. Ricky Tiedemann.
I don't hate that pick.
He's in the Blue Jay system. He's number 100, so I think he has plenty of room to grow. But he's 3-1, 1.59 ERA. He has he's pitched 39 2/3 innings, only giving up 14 hits, 1 home run. Opponents are only hitting a .109 off him and .73 whip. I mean, this kid is playing out of his mind right now. I think 2 things. One, he needs to be called up sooner rather than later. And I think he needs a boost in the rankings, both from us and MLB.com. This kid's playing out of his mind right now.
Back. My next one, Josh Lowe. These are major league stats. He was fine in the minors, but he is not adapting into the majors. It's Josh Lowe, batted 200, 632 OPS, 6 RBIs, and 27 strikeouts.
Can I be honest? I have a problem with that. I'll be honest.
Why?
Because you get mad at us for being like, oh, Jared Kelenic hasn't transitioned to the minors, but it's okay if Josh Lowe doesn't.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying Josh Lowe won't, and I'm not saying he's bad. I'm saying he's having a hard time to transition, just like Kelenic is. I think everyone is jumping ship on Kelenic and saying he's horrible, which makes him underrated. I'm seeing no one jump ship on Josh Lowe. I was thinking it's different. I think they're in the same boat, but fans are reacting very differently.
Yeah.
I think Josh Lowe is still. I like Josh Lowe. I think he'll figure it out eventually, but people are still on board. They're not calling for his head. Kelenic, people are calling for his head and extremely upset with him when he hasn't even gotten a full chance, just like Josh Lowe. But Josh Lowe, if you're gonna be mad at Kelnick for how he's doing, I think the same has to go for Josh Lowe. And so I think he's a
Yeah.
little overrated and Kelnick is a little underrated. And in reality, it's too early to rate them. But if people are going to be like that with Kelnick, I'm going to be like that with Josh Lowe.
Fair. I
And I like
I mean,
Josh
you
Lowe.
have to give and take, my friend. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. No, I'm saying if Kelnick wasn't being called for his head, I wouldn't have a problem with Josh Lowe. But if we're holding Kelnick to that standard, Josh Lowe should be held to a similar standard.
But you aren't holding him to that hand standard. That's what I'm saying. Is like you're not holding him to that standard.
I mean, considering that he's batting over 400 in AAA and has back-to-back days with the leadoff home run, I think he's ready to be back in the MLB. While Josh Lowe should spend a little bit more time in AAA.
This is an issue that we're never going to solve, I don't think, until Jared Kelenick's career is solved. When we get to the point where Jared Kelenick's career has gone one way or the other, because I don't really feel like there's a midline for him at this point. I don't think he can just be a solid player. He either needs to be a superstar or suck. It's going to be one of those two. And I think it's one way. You think it's the other. We'll see what happens.
I'm not saying Kelenick will be a superstar. I'm just saying people are jumping ship on him way too soon. So I want to end that. So this is your last underrated, right?
This is my last player.
Let's hear it, man. I'm excited.
Does the name Ken Waldachuk mean anything to you?
Ken Waldenchuk?
Ken Waldachuk. He is a member of the New York Yankees organization.
I've heard the name. Don't know a ton about him though.
He's a lefty. He's in AAA right now for the Rail Riders. He's 4-1, 1.38 ERA, 0.92 WHIP. Opponents only hitting 0.153 off him at AAA, which is the highest. I mean, as a reminder for all of you casuals, people who don't pay attention often, that's the highest you can get without being in the MLB. This guy needs to get called up sooner rather than later. He is playing out of his mind right now.
Call him up.
He was called up to AAA May 17th. And in literally under this, just in this short of time with in AAA, he's gone 0-1, 1.74 ERA, and opponents are getting 0.139 off of him, and he's getting a 0.97 WHIP. He needs some time to sustain. Obviously, it's only 10 in the third inning. You obviously have to give him some more time, but he is playing at a high level right now. So let's see. I hope he can sustain it because he looks like he could be the real. He looks like he could be the real deal.
He might be.
He has an ETA for those interested of 2022, so we could see him by the end of this year. He's 6'4", 220 too. He's not a small human being.
He's not a small human being, that is for sure. I want to talk about Luis Campusino. He's batting 102.
Try again.
Luis, you say it.
Campusano.
Luis Campusano. I apologize. Batting 102 in the majors, a 163 slugging, 1 home run and 15 Ks, all major league stats. His minor league stats, I pulled him up. This year, 4 home runs, 14 RBIs, 19 strikeouts, 321 average. He's playing well in the minors. So it's another Kelnick situation. Luis has gotten more of a chance in the MLB than Kelnick has. It's similar. I'm not saying Luis is bad, and I'm not saying Kelnick is bad, but I'm also not coming off after their heads. I just think that Luis Campusano is a little bit overrated right now, as if Kelnick, if people weren't calling for his head, would also be a little overrated right now.
Yeah.
Again, Kelnick is struggling. Not denying that at all. But people are jumping ship on him and just overreacting on it a ton, that it makes me a little upset because he's still very, very young. Just like Luis Campusano is. Luis Campusano is solid. I just don't see a future in this league for him.
I don't know.
At least not with the Padres.
I feel bad for these guys that are the perfect 4A player. It's just kind of difficult,
It does suck. The quadruple A player.
Because you can't just make a quadruple A and just expect everything to be fine, because that's just not how things work. You either succeed at the MLB or you
Exactly.
don't. It's just
Yeah. It
you
just
can't just
hate
make
to
leagues
see it.
until the end of time. It sucks.
Mhm.
But Luis, like you said, he plays out of his mind every time he's in the minors. Did you read off his minor stats, or do you want me to find him?
I
Real quick?
did. I did read them off. It's been
Sorry,
like
because you had also
320.
gone on a tear. So I hadn't,
Oh yeah. He's slugging 523, OPS of 918, on base percentage of 395, and batting 321. Like he's playing
Yeah.
great in the minors, but his majors, he's not getting it in the majors.
Yeah, he's only played 16 games in the majors, which kind of sucks.
Well, I looked at not only this year but last year as well. He played.
He's only
more
played
last
16
year.
games in his MLB career. He's played 16 games.
What?
Yeah.
My research told me wrong. Then. I was
I'll show you.
under the impression he had played more than 16. Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. I just that is not what I was under the impression of. I thought he played like 56.
Nope.
Hmm.
Or yeah.
That's my bad.
I-
That's my bad. That's my bad. That's all I can say.
If you're gonna give anybody time, it's him.
Yeah, no, I retract that statement. He's not overrated. God, now I
All
feel so
right.
bad.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
sorry,
fine.
Luis. You were a great young player.
Hey.
I'm so sorry.
Hey, keep grinding, my friend. Keep grinding.
If
Keep
anything,
getting
he's
better.
underrated with those. I did 6 underrated, 4 overrated. Luis Campusano underrated. Invest. Those are some solid minor league stats.
It is. Anything else?
Nah. Just besides listen to the sign as always.
Listen to the sign.
That sign is there to command you to do so. You must oblige to the sign, as I have, as
Amen.
Tommy has.
Amen.
The sign, it is tradition. It is the law here. So oblige.
The simple ask takes, it literally doesn't take you guys that much time.
It takes
you guys
2
can do
seconds, and you can always change your mind later.
No, I didn't want to do the exact same line that everybody does. I was trying to mix it up here, Justin.
Yeah, I'm sorry. We don't usually.
You can
do that.
always change your mind later.
Well, like we do something different. We have a sign. We point it out every time. Like it's wholesome.
Yeah,
It's a wholesome sign.
Like you said though, if you decide, man, these guys suck, two episodes later, you can change your mind. It's fine.
We try. We don't try to suck. We try our best.
We'll only be slightly offended. But yep, thank you guys so much
Speak for
watching.
yourself, Tommy. I'll be very offended. I try very hard to be great.
You can't appease everybody, Justin. Welcome to the world we live in.
The world needs more baseball.
Amen.
Hot diggity dog.
Yeah. But remember, go out, spread the love of baseball. Keep encouraging others' fandom, keep growing your own. Yeah. Anything else?
And as
Justin?
always, go Cubs. Hold a little. That's how you end all the Tommy stories. Not Tommy stories. Weekend reviews.
There you go.
Don't say I don't read
Go
them.
Rockies.
Because I do. I do.
Go Rockies. See you guys next week. Peace out.